Blessings and greetings. Welcome to my forest. We are here in the Sequoia National Forest, and I wanted to share some words of wisdom with you that have taken me the majority of this incarnation to understand. All right. True power, true abundance comes from any being's ability to create. True beauty, true understanding comes from experiencing other levels of consciousnesses, expression of what they feel that beauty is, what they feel that abundance is, and what they feel that light and understanding is. When I'm sitting here in this forest and I look out, my mind, my brain has a very hard time improving upon what I see, because this in itself is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and absolutely perfect as it is. I find sometimes people try to improve on things that are, already amazing. I find sometimes that the beings that actually took their time and have the patience, which look over us, I'm going to break this down really simply for you. It could be God for you. It could be Yahweh. It could be Source. It could be Prime Creator. Whatever vernacular or vocabulary term you want to throw into that category. That's what I speak of. Okay? The Council of 9, the Council of 12. Okay? The Earth Guardians that watch over this planet, this solar system. Okay? Many of the things that have happened in this collective consciousness that some beings might not know about. Okay, we can start there. Some of the things to understand with why our collective is the way it is. Why our consciousness clashes so much sometimes. Why certain things in our programming, in our understanding, have been sanctioned as survival / ego / defense measures against others in this collective. Okay? Well, to understand that every single being has a very specific experience that they wish to share. So, and that understanding as above, so below. So sometimes to understand that the reflection that we find in such a space, is that this forest, nature itself, it's older than the story. It bypasses the story. And that's where I think that a lot of people who are very wise have already figured that out. Okay. You could talk to the consciousness of this tree. You bypass 3,000 years since this tree's been born, of every single story. It's like this. Story in this place. Okay? Many beings have come to Earth to learn their lessons. Many beings have come to Earth to learn their emotional processing. Many beings have come to Earth to experience what having a 3D physical reality is. Okay? It's important to understand these basic fundamentals. Okay? You're an eternal being experiencing the physical. And for some of us, it is far more difficult to get down into this suit than you can ever imagine. Okay? It's very difficult to pull that level of consciousness and frequency and stick it, zip file it, shoot it through time and space, and have it incarnate on this little blue marble known as Earth. It is not easy to do. Okay? I'm not saying that it isn't being done, but I'm trying to say it's a little more difficult than you might think. Okay? What I found, what is going on with some of the multidimensional beings on Earth and go. Okay. Many different species are being blended together, many different frequencies, many different star systems. Okay. Gaia is an amazing consciousness, which has allowed a piece of her consciousness to be used in this 3D experience. All right. Many of the things that have taken place in this space, Earth, a lot of them, I like to think about them as family feuds. Because at the heart of every family feud, there's always the love that starts the whole thing. The bond, the binding. the creation of. You can't truly hate somebody you don't know or have no reflection with. It just doesn't work. Okay? So the issue is that as our families upstairs are learning to get along, and since they have been doing such an amazing job, the issue is that how do I speak to a vessel now? Ryan, here's an example of the questions I get.
Yo, bro. Why are you always so serious? I mean, every time we're talking about the star systems, and we're talking about that thing, you gotta put this face on. What is this face, bro? You know upstairs is awesome. Hi, how are you? This is my vessel. He gets a little touchy from time to time. I'm his 5D version. I just came off Tibet. I was up there climbing. It's awesome. So, what seems to be the problem here? Seems that what my vessel is trying to explain is that we are made up of variant star systems in this amazing place known as Earth. It's taken all kinds of creative geniuses and amazing beings to create such an amazing place for us to exist in. Most importantly, it's a pleasure to be here. I know most people don't talk about that more, but it really is. To be able to experience the physical is quite something substantial. And I don't feel many beings know how important it is and an amazing place that we are in to actually go through this. Earth is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and in this solar system, there's no better place to be in the physical. All right. Unless you're in 5D, and then Venus. You know, Venus in 5 is awesome. We'll save that for later. So, some of the reasons why my vessel might be a little stressed out in this video. Let's jump right into that. So, in this video you're watching, Ryan was preparing to go to the UK and Scotland and Bosnia. And he had to process some very important things, especially codexes of different interpretations of different territories which he was going to visit and the streams of consciousness which reside there. So what you don't see behind the camera was my little vessel right here. Look at this guy, he's so cute, he's so cute. What he was doing was, he had to practice some certain energy techniques and things that he had been working on behind the scenes now for about 5 years, to be able to operate and facilitate what needed to be done and adjust it in a very, very quick manner. Mind you, speed is everything in the universe. Alright, so, what you're seeing on his face, that facial expression, is the, oh, this is so serious right now. Let me explain to you how everything works. That's one of his higher selves who's actually broadcasting through his vessel. Just to let you know, it's not me, by the way, it's one of his night size. His night flavors. His template level player. You know him, you love him. Ha ha ha, very funny, wise guy. Hey, you think this is easy to do this job up here? You think we just pushing buttons? He has a very more general, I am a general and upstairs everything is fantastically organized. Down here in 3D, not so much. So sometimes you gotta cut the guy a little break over here because he's under a lot of stress. But right now he's home, back in Sedona. So just wanted to share that with you. I'm going back to the pool. You guys enjoy yourself out there on Earth. Namaste and blessings. Be good.
Yeah. Shake it up. All right. Universe, give me something. Okay, I got my little sequoia wood. I got the big sequoia. Okay, so a lot of the activations and things that we've done to actually get to this place and actually this understanding I have now comes from being able to show that reflection of heart. Okay, not something I had to learn this. This is not like, oh, how is it so easy for him and it's so difficult for me? No, it's not. It was very difficult for me. Very, very difficult. Many, many trials and tests. Many things that I had to show up and do, and later had to understand why. This experience, this journey, our life, takes us down many paths. Okay? We each have a different way we were raised. We each have a different way our parents were raised. We each have a different way where we come from as star seeds, let's just say. We're all star seeds. Some of the records, some of the ways of this planet and how it used to operate needs to be remembered. It's very difficult to get that from a photograph. It's very difficult to get that from a movie.
When you actually come into the forest and you connect with the nature, you connect with this frequency. Us earth incarnates need to understand that being a child of Gaia is a blessing, because we are actually able to jack into this grid manually. We are able to let Gaia's force flow through us, just as it does through these great sequoia trees that you see behind me and all around me. When you begin to develop your energy and activating your Kundalini activates, as you begin to expand in your energy body, as you begin to extend your wings, as you begin to remember who you truly are, coming to a sacred location, coming to a sacred place such as this helps in reminding you of what's most important. Things that are worth protecting are most important. A child's innocence, the beauty of the forest, the awesomeness of the ocean, the calmness of the desert. These places on earth, these things which I have traveled to, my family travels to, and we are a part of as earth guardians, to understand the consciousness and the level of beings which created this space for us to play in. As more and more truths are brought to the surface and more mainstream understanding of what our existence truly is and where we come from, to understand now in this present moment that you appreciate nature, you appreciate the animal kingdom, and you appreciate the order and balance that it represents. It takes thousands of years to grow one of these trees. Thousands of years to grow one of these trees. It takes a day to cut it down. Understand the importance of being a true steward to this planet and what that represents, and do not forget that responsibility. These sacred locations around planet Earth must be protected, and it is up to us angelic starseeds, Gaia's kids, those who are lovers of abundance, harmony, bliss, and love, who have come here to protect these areas, understand why they are so sacred, and to respect our elders, which knew these to be truths. I find the more I tap into the consciousness of the collective, and the more I kind of get out there as far as my perspective on viewing this simulation, this existence that we're all living through, nature is the only thing that I've found that can bring me back to my center. Nature is the only thing that I've found that allows me to expand and aids me in that expansion. Okay? So, for all you guys out there in those big cities, I just definitely recommend taking a 2-hour drive into nature. Usually most major cities, you get in the car, you drive in any direction, 2.5, 3 hours, you're going to find a forest, you're going to find the ocean, you're going to find a place where you can go and meditate and relax and have a picnic and enjoy nature. So that's what I recommend to you. And when you do that, have a lesson plan set from when you leave. I'm going to leave my house Saturday morning at 6 a.m. I'm going to pack my lunch. I'm going to get everything ready to go Friday night after I get home from work. Plan and schedule your events. Work with your higher selves in what you wish to accomplish in the allotted time that you have. That is being a conscious being. Conscious beings ask questions. Conscious beings like to know what is going on in their environment. A conscious being likes to know how they can improve. And how to treat one another. That is conscious. Okay? So as we get out of the unconscious, back into the conscious, all right, to understand and always have a place in your heart for things that are far older and greater than you or I. The reason why the traps of 3D are as follows. One is fear, very simply enough. False evidence appearing real. If you can keep a population in fear, you keep them like sheep. It's not brain science, it's not rocket science, it's actually very simple. Keep a population in fear, you keep their heads in the dirt looking at their feet.
Okay? Too scared to look up. Control, number one. Control number two, judgment. The problem is when you judge others is that you reflect, you project truly your weaknesses on another. And then they feel that and project their weaknesses or insecurities back upon you. It's a negative to negative situation. So to not do that is key because it's a trap. Again, I can only tell you from my own experience, it is one of the easiest energetic traps in this place. If this place was created as a energetic rehab for dimensional beings who are really powerful, how would you take a really powerful being, take all their abilities away, limit them to this thing, your suit, right? So that they can learn their lessons. Because we resist learning these lessons. It's not easy to learn these lessons, okay? But that is how you do it. How do you take a gnarly creator being who has to learn a lesson that is uncontrollable, let's just say, or doesn't like to play well with others, let's just say, from a different star system that might be trying to try a new flavor, one, or two, just as I am projecting to you, right? But an entire consciousness that has seen so much of this stuff. How do you guide them back? Okay. Well, you need strong leaders that understand the experiences that they've had and can measure their own heart and integrity with trying to help their brothers and sisters, period, without any other motivation. These are the types of beings that are needed here on Earth. These are the types of harmonious alliances that need to be made. And a lot of the stuff that's taking place here on Earth is a reflection of some of these conflicts, which are now over, okay, in the present moment. The main thing and trap which you will go through when you wake up is, well, first one's fear, second one's judgment. When you go through judgment, then you're going to have to do the reflection test of every single being that comes in contact with you. Once you go through the reflection test and you can hold and maintain your vibration no matter where you're sent or wherever you are, that people's unconscious bounces off of you and it does not affect your field. Once you are that strong, okay, then you will begin to see and have access to some of the higher dimensions and realize and understand why you can't take that fear and you can't take that judgment upstairs. That's why it is left down here. All right. Hope that helps in some of my own reflection with you guys, and to understand we're all in this together, and the faster we reflect off each other, the faster this collective goes. Namaste.